Hey guys, welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing? We got 8 people watching. What's up, guys? Smash that like button. Let's get up to over 10 likes, guys. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully you guys are all doing very, very good on this hump day. It is officially hump day. I'm not humping anything, but it's the hump day of the week, which means I only got tonight and then 2 more days, and then I'm off for the next few days. So I get to spend the weekend with my lovely girlfriend and get to go see the Batman, hearing really good things about it. That's right. The Batman is the topic of the day. It's actually the topic of the week. And the question I pose to all of you guys is, who is the best Batman? Who's the best Batman? Okay? Who is the best Batman? Is it Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson, Christian Bale? Who is the best Batman? And I'm going to kind of go through the different Batmans, and I'm just going to kind of give my opinion on each and every one of them, and then just kind of go over, like, basically, everything, like the whole kit and caboodle. What's up, Adrian? What's up, OG Millie? Caviar? Andrew, what's up, guys? How are you doing? If you guys are coming in, do me a big favor. Smash that thumbs up button. That thumbs up button, that shit's important. That shit's important. So please hit that thumbs up button, because that is important. Also, if you guys are new and you guys are new to the channel, or not new, but been here for a while, be sure to go over and check out my YouTube gaming channel. Right now I have a lot of content on there. I have my newest video today. I have a whole bunch of Let's Plays for Elden Ring. Trying to really get this channel up to 1,000 subscribers. So right now we're sitting at 278. So if you guys can, please jump over there and subscribe to that channel, because it would mean a lot to me if you guys can do that as well. So yeah, we got the Robert Pattinson, Matt Reeves Batman out. A few of my friends have already seen it, and I can't wait to. I don't count Kevin Conroy. Sorry, I don't count Kevin Conroy. So people might be upset by that, but I don't. He's not a live action Batman, and that little thing he did in CW, that don't count. So I'm sorry, I'm not. No, Kevin. When everybody says who's the best Joker, everybody's like, oh, don't forget Mark Hamill. No, you can't count Mark Hamill. We're not talking about that. We're talking about these live action Batman and Jokers. So, and that might upset people. And if, hey, in your personal list, if you got Kevin Conroy, that's fine for your personal list. That's not the discussion which we're talking about today. We're talking about, like, live action in front of the camera, boom, 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 like who is the best Batman? And I'm gonna go over, and this is all up for discussion. So, yeah, I did have friends that already seen the Matt Reeves Batman. And I'm hearing really good things, like people that I trust. Now, not just people in my circle, not like Danny, Adam, and Anzo, not people in my circle, but like outside people, like the friend of the show, Rome. He went to go see it. I saw his kind of review that he put on it. Makes me super excited. I seen my boy Neil GameSparks. He went and saw it, and Neil GameSpark, man, his shit was the best. He went on Facebook, and all he wrote was Matthew fucking Reeves. And I'm like, that's all I need to know, because Neo, like me and Neo, we go back years. Me and Neo GameSparks go back years. We when we were young, we were battling about like PC gaming and all this stupid shit, but I really got to know him because of this space. And he, like me and him really have like the same mindset when it comes to movies and games. So when he says Matthew fucking Reeves on Facebook, I'm like, yes, that's all I needed to know. Super excited. I've always been a Matt Reeves fan. Always. Cloverfield, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War of the Planet of the Apes, like just phenomenal fucking movies. And what I'm hearing about this movie is that it's pushing it, like it's pushing it, like it will fuck you up. Like I seen people say, I don't know how this movie isn't rated R. Well, like, this movie is dark. This movie's not for kids. And people are saying, I can't believe Warner Brothers let Matt Reeves do it. If you guys remember, 5-6 years ago when it was talked that Matt Reeves was going to be doing this movie. Like Warner Brothers and Matt Reeves separated for a while. They talked. Matt Reeves threw a fit, no, fuck this shit, blah, 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 and he left. And then Warner Brothers called him back and they had negotiations again. So no doubt Matt Reeves, when he went in, he had an idea of what he wanted to present. And the probably them fighting back and forth was Matt Reeves no, this is what I want to do. You're going to let me do it or I'm walking. And they're like, okay. So when people are saying, I can't believe Warner Brothers let him do this, then I'm like, oh, they gave him final say on everything. So when it gets dark and gritty, I know that this isn't going to be like a Zack Snyder situation where, they cut out, all the important shit of BVS, or they completely rewrite and reshoot the Justice League. I know when I go see the Batman, that is Matt Reeves' vision, and I can't wait for that. I cannot wait for that, and I'm super excited. You look at the Planet of the Apes movie, I've seen a lot of people bitching and complaining. Oh, well, this movie's too dark and too grim, and Bruce Wayne is just kind of pouting and the dude's been Batman for 4 or 5 years, right? He has seen the lowest scum of Earth. I never understood how Bruce Wayne could be all hey, I'm fucking that girl tonight, I'm fucking that girl tonight, I'm taking you to the Sizzler, and then I'm fucking you tonight, and he's oh, Playboy, but I never understood that aspect, right? That's cool. If we're going back to the old Adam West days where Bruce Wayne's all hey, I'm a playboy. Even Christian Bale is not believable. It's not believable. Christian Bale goes out and trains as Batman for years with Ra's al Ghul and shit, right? And he comes back and already he's hey, I'm Bruce Wayne. My parents died and I was missing for 10 years, but I'm back, bitch. Fucking you. No. Bruce Wayne has seen some shit, okay? It's okay for Bruce Wayne to be yeah, I'm going to be a businessman. I'll take care of my business, but I'm keeping to myself. I'm not getting out there and doing all that shit. I like that aspect of what Matt Reeves is going to do with Bruce Wayne. I like that because it's not realistic that Bruce Wayne's gonna be hey, ho, yeah, bang, bang, bang. Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense in my opinion. So when people are talking about Robert Pattinson being just kind of down and grim and all that, what, dude? If you want to put this in a real life setting, that's what you would do, okay? And also, I want to point this out that Batman is a dark character anyway. Other than the cartoon and shit, when you read the comic books, it's Batman being dark. They have seen some shit. It's dark, it's gritty. You're seeing some fucking shit. Gordon and everybody, they've seen some fucking shit. This is shit that they see all the fucking time. So they're just putting in a real life space, and I like that. So I'm liking the tone of that. And I want to kind of just, send this point home real quick that so many people, when BVS and Man of Steel came out, one of the biggest complaints I've seen from people was the movie's too dark and it's not colorful and it's dreadful. And what happened? Fucking WB Course Correct made Zack Snyder changed the entire Justice League. We got the Justice League, and it just fucked over the entire DCEU, and people are pissed off about that, and they wanted Zack Snyder's original vision. But let's not repeat history, because if we do the same fucking thing, they're going to recourse again. So the first time they bitched about it being too dark and grim and all that shit, and then look what happened. We got the Justice League and Wonder Woman 84, and the DCEU's all fucked up. So now we repeat in history. Let's not fall into that same trap. Let's not fall into that same trap, guys. Please. Let's not fall into that same trap. We got 21 people watching, 13 likes. Please, guys, if you're coming in, go ahead, smash that like button. Smash that fucking like button. Please. No, not just Ass League. It's Just Ass League. JOSSASS League. That's what that movie is. 24 people watching. Let's get up to 20 likes, guys. We got 15 likes. Yo, what's up? I got the stream boss right here. If you guys want to throw in super chats to ask questions or topics, you have something to say, that would help out. Also, guys, if you are new and you haven't already found out, I do have a gaming channel, Robert Storm's Gaming, over on YouTube. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers as quickly as possible. I got a lot of content already here on the channel. I do videos daily, just like I do it here on this channel, where I cover video game news and reviews, just like I do here with comic book stuff. So if you guys can go over there and subscribe to that, I would very, very much appreciate it. I will pin the link to the channel right here in the live chat. So if you guys can go subscribe, that would help out. What's up, Debo? Debo in the house. Go. Oh, you're lucky. Because I have to wait to Saturday. I have to wait to Saturday to see it. I have to wait to Saturday to go see it, and I am so disappointed in that. But, I mean, because my new job, you know, I really don't have no other choice. But at the same time, that gives everybody time to see it so we can kind of talk openly Sunday when we do the stream on it. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. But yeah, so yeah, overall, you know, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Okay, I just pinned it up to the thing. Elliot Williams in the house. Elliot Williams is in the house. Well, once I got a message from a YouTuber. Oh, we got a super chat. We got a super chat coming in. And it's from my boy Sean. Let me see if it goes through the stream boss and stuff. Because I had this all set up to my gaming channel. So let's see if all the alerts go off. I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping it does. I didn't change any of the alerts. So hoping that they all go through. All right. So the stream boss thing went up. So all right, so I'm gonna have to. There we go. It is up. It is up. All right. Okay. So thank you so much, Sean. And Sean says, yes, Batman is supposed to be dark and mad at the world, but Bruce, he puts on a happy-go-lucky face and pretends he doesn't care. Yeah, but see, my problem with that, Sean, is I don't think that's realistic. I don't think that's realistic at all. We all established that Gotham is a shithole, right? Gotham is a shithole. Like Gotham is like Orlando. Well, it's not. It's okay. Orlando is not that bad, but you know, like Gotham is supposed to be like the worst of society, right? So yeah, Bruce is supposed to put on this face and act like he don't care. But here's my pushback on that. I got a couple pushbacks on that. One. What's up, Manny? How you doing? Everybody coming in, Fonzie, David, all you guys, thank you so much for coming in. Please do me a massive favor, smash that like button. Here's my pushback on you, Sean. Yeah, it's a shithole. Bruce is supposed to put on a fake facade and pretend like he doesn't care, and he's supposed to be like, I fuck you, I fuck you, I fuck you. Like he's sleeping with like 5 different girls a night and all this shit. To me, we've seen that Batman before. Right, we've seen that with Adam West. We've seen that with Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck. We've seen that before. Let's see a different side. Again, people also have to understand this. This is a very younger Batman. We haven't had a Batman this young on screen before. Michael Keaton's Batman was already in the game. He's been in the game for a while. Val Kilmer and George Clooney were just the same Batman. You know, it was the same continuity. Christian Bale, we've seen him start as Batman, but, you know, that was a whole weird thing anyway with Christian Bale. And even then, he wasn't going around going like, hey, I fucked this girl, I fucked this girl. Hey, look at me, I'm a playboy, blah, 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 blah. Even Christian Bale wasn't doing that. He did fake shit around Rachel and stuff like that, but for the most part, he was kind of grim too. Brooklyn says, hey, Rob, I can't wait to see this movie. Me too, Brooklyn. Preach it, girl. Preach it. I can't wait for Saturday to see it. But for the most part, you know, even Christian Bale's Batman was like, you know, and Ben Affleck's Batman, his Bruce Wayne was kind of too, right? Like he ran the business. He was a businessman. He, you know, it is what it is. But you're sitting here and you're Bruce Wayne, played by Robert Pattinson, right? This is a darker world. Like the Riddler straight up killing motherfuckers and taping their faces and leaving bodies and shit like that, playing mind games and shit. And you're seeing this shit on a consistent basis. It's going to affect you. Mustafa, what's up? This shit's gonna affect you psychologically. So I always found it puzzling how Bruce Wayne could be like, oh yeah, I'm in charge of Wayne Enterprises. I got a Ferrari. I got a blonde bitch. I got a brunette bitch. I'm gonna fuck both these bitches tonight and all this shit. And it just didn't make sense, It felt completely out of place with what they're doing, So I like the fact that Matt Reeves is like, okay, this is a younger Batman. Okay, he's trying to figure out how to do this, how to control everything. And they address it in the movie. I haven't seen the movie, but in the trailer, even that one lady is like, Bruce Wayne, you have a responsibility to this city. Your parents were philanthropists, whatever, Like they address that shit in the movie. So obviously it's a conscious choice. It isn't like Robert Pattinson's like, I'm going to pout the whole time. It's like, he's doing what's on the script. He's doing what the director wants him to do. And you sit there and you watch like any of the Matt Reeves movies. Go watch Cloverfield, Dawn, and War of Planet of the Apes. Like Caesar was brooding the entire time. Caesar was like, Did you see Caesar going, hey, I'm going to fuck that ape. I'm going to fuck that ape. I'm going to put on this fake facade. No. It was very much, a grim, dark story because he puts real life into it. Right? If you and me were Batman, we were like that's the way it is, and that's the way I like what Matt Reeves is doing. I think Matt Reeves is really doing a great job in bringing this new kind of vision to Batman, and I think it's smart, and I think it's good, and I think it's going to play well. And like I said, for all these critics and people that are complaining, too dark, too grim, not joyful enough, remember, they said the same thing about Man of Steel and BVS, and look how those turn of events happened. Look how the DCEU is now, because Warner Brothers gets scared and they course correct everything. So if people start doing the same damn thing over and over again, guess what? Warner Brothers is going to be like, well, I guess people don't want this because it's so joyless and stuff. Let's go ahead and redo everything again. It's like, oh my God, enough is enough is enough. Just let the man have his damn vision. Yeah, Shifty says, yeah, the Playboy aspect is straight from the comics. Yeah, but even in the comics, you got to look at the different times of the comics. Look at the different time in era when these comic books were made. And it was all about putting on the it was sort of like the Clark Kent thing, It was like he's a news reporter, he puts on glasses and nobody knows a thing. So everybody had to have this alter ego. So by making Bruce Wayne a playboy, businessman and all like, hey, yeah, what's up? It just made it that much more where that was his secret identity. But those comic books were made in the 40s, in the 50s, If that shit would happen today, that's not realistic. It isn't. It's not realistic for someone to be doing that, doing this type of work if that city is that bad. I live in Orlando. It's not even as bad as Gotham. And even I go out the door and I'm like, yeah, I'm not happy. Like, fuck this hellhole. I'm like, I got people selling drugs across the street. I got this bum sleeping over by this damn bench right next to my car every night. It's like, it's a shithole. It is literally a shithole. You have to disinfect your hands just to touch your damn own car because you don't know what kind of shit's going around. So imagine being in Gotham. It's like the biggest shithole of them all. And you expect this guy to come out and be like, yeah, hey. No, I like what Matt Reeves' vision is. So let's get back onto the main discussion here. And talk about the other different Bruce Waynes because, we got Adam West, which was more of the comic, kooky, cheesy, light, colorful, let's just say like Power Ranger version of Batman. And I like Adam West's Batman for the most part. As a kid, like that was my Batman as a kid. Before the 89 Batman, like I took Adam West's Batman serious, right? It wasn't supposed to be taken serious. It was supposed to be corny and cheesy. But as a kid, you're like, yeah, pow, bang, boom, woo, you know? You took that shit serious. And then Michael Keaton's Batman came out with Tim Burton, and that took it to a whole nother level. And I love that version of Batman as well. Val Kilmer and George Clooney, I don't like anything about either of those. I will give George Clooney a slight nod. I think he did a really good Bruce Wayne. Val Kilmer did a horrible job in both. George Clooney did a bad job as Batman, but did a pretty good job as Bruce Wayne. Christian Bale, I thought, did a okay job as Batman. He's not better than Michael Keaton, but Christian Bale did a really good job as Bruce Wayne. Like, he did a really, really good job as Bruce Wayne, and I thought Ben Affleck did a great job in both aspects of it. I think Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck both did the best job at being a whole Batman. Right? I think Michael Keaton did great as Bruce, great as Batman. I thought Ben Affleck did great as Bruce, great as Batman. But we just didn't see enough of Ben Affleck. Yeah, he was in BVS and he was in Justice League, but we didn't see enough of him because we didn't get to see a standalone movie, you know? And Michael Keaton had 2 movies that it was just him. He was the star. Ben Affleck had to share the screen with Superman. Then he had to share the screen with 4 to 5 other characters in Justice League. So we just didn't have enough of Ben Affleck to really judge. And he's a fantastic Batman. The most comic accurate. To me, I want to see him more as Batman. And I can't wait to see The Flash and see what they do. I'm pretty sure they're going to kill him or make him fade away or some shit. But I wanted to see more of Affleck's Batman. I really, really did. We got 23 people watching. Up to 30 likes. We already had a super chat coming in from Sean, which I want to thank you so much. If you guys haven't already done so, please do me a massive favor. Go over to my gaming channel and please subscribe to the channel. I have the link in the pin of the live chat here. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. I do daily videos and live streams just like I do here on this channel. And as you can tell, I'm going for the red aesthetic here where this channel is blue. We're at 279. So if you guys can please find it in your heart to help subscribe to that channel, I would very, very, very much appreciate it. Always appreciate everything you guys do. You guys are amazing. We're up to 27 people watching, 28 people. Can we get 30 people watching? We got 31 likes. Also, we got the stream boss. Current stream boss here is Poe. And yeah, so I want to know what you guys think, man. Come on, please tell me what you guys think. Adrian says Affleck should have had a solo Batman movie. Well, and here's the thing, and a lot of people probably don't even know this, but he wrote a script and everything. He was gonna star and direct and do all that, but it was really a bad time. It was a bad time for everybody, to be honest with you. And what I mean by that, like, here was a bad time for Man of Steel was polarizing, right? A lot of people like it. Like, I love it. Like, I grew to really love that movie. And then Ben Affleck comes in, and BVS was mixed bag. A lot of critics did not like the movie. The initial theatrical run was just an awful movie. And when that negativity comes, it affects you, right? So Warner Brothers then tries to course correct, rewrite Justice League. So everything in Warner Brothers is in disarray. So everything that happened prior to BVS coming out with the agreement of Ben Affleck to write and direct and all this stuff, all that went out the window when WB started course correcting. At the same time, Ben Affleck was going through a divorce, and he was also suffering from alcoholism, and he had to go to rehab. So Ben Affleck had to deal with a lot of stuff in his own personal life, as well as everything over at Warner Brothers was in a disarray and just a jumbled up mess. Warner Brothers wanted to course correct. They wanted to try to be more like a Marvel type feel and try to get away from Zack Snyder's grim, dirty, dark world that he was establishing. And they wanted to change everything. And when that change kind of happened, everything really kind of changed. You know, you see the tone difference between Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman 84. One's a good movie, one's a piece of shit, because it just everything changed. So, yeah, I wanted to see the Ben Affleck movie. I really, really do. People that read the script said it was one of the best Batman scripts ever written, but it was just a bad, it was like a domino effect. You have a string of dominoes, right? And then you hit it, or you hit it, and then they all fall down, right? And then here's the timeline, right? And it's like Ben Affleck is Batman, and then here's BVS. And then once BVS started getting bad reviews, the first domino falls. And then it's like bad reviews, WB course corrects, oh, they're redoing this, oh, Justice League's being reshot, we're changing everything, boom, boom, boom. Ben Affleck suffering from alcohol abuse, he's going to rehab, he gets a divorce, and then all those dominoes fall, and then everything kind of just went out the wayside, It was just a really, really bad course of events that led to that. Unfortunately, we're never going to see that movie. I mean, maybe one day down the road. Never say never, but it just doesn't look like we're going to ever see that movie, to be honest with you. And it's sad because, like I said, I heard from a lot of people that said it was like the best script. And yeah, I can't wait. David said, do I think that Pattinson's going to replace Affleck? No, Michael Keaton's going to replace Affleck. Because the Pattinson's Batman does not take place in the DCEU. It's completely separate. Now, I would have loved it if they did something Flashpoint to make it happen. But after hearing reviews, like, this is completely standalone movie. Like, this is dark and it ain't going to fit in the DCEU. So what they're doing is they're bringing in Ben Affleck, bringing in Michael Keaton and everything in the Flash. They're going to do Flashpoint. And when all said and done, Michael Keaton is going to take over that Batman in the DCEU. Because that's the reason why Michael Keaton is in Batgirl. The Batgirl movie coming out, Michael Keaton is the Batman in that movie, and we have J.K. Simmons as Gordon. So the time events are all going to be changed within the Flash movie, and when all that stuff changes, it's going to affect what is actually in the DCE universe, which is going to be Michael Keaton taking over for Ben Affleck's Batman. So yeah, just a bunch of different things. Like everything's kind of disarray, to be honest with you. Like did Warner Brothers really made the DCEU really more complicated than what it had to be? Like me and you, us watching, we all understand the timeline. We get what's going on. But like the average person on the street, they're like, oh, so I thought Ben Affleck was Batman. Oh, this was Batman. Oh, now this person's Batman. Like it's very like put yourself in a common person's shoes. Like, let me walk like across the street and talk to like a 60-year-old lady and be like, hey, are you gonna go see the Batman? I thought that Ben Affleck guy was Batman. What happened? Is this connected to Aquaman? And it's hard for other people who aren't in our bubble. We're in a bubble. People don't understand that. We are in a little bubble. Everybody watching, everybody talking about this, we are in the bubble. The average person don't know shit about what's going on. They see the trailers and commercials on TV. They decide that they want to go see the movie. They don't care and they don't understand what this is connected, this is connected, this is connected, this is connected. We are in a little bubble, right? You take all the people in the world and then you take the people that actually are like into this shit like us, and we're like 0.1% of the world that actually follow this shit. So we are in a confined bubble. We know what's going on, but the average person doesn't know what's going on. And Warner Brothers kind of really muddied the water with all that shit. We just hit 280 over on my new gaming channel, Robert Storms Gaming, guys. That is awesome. If we can get up to 290, if 10 of you guys can find it in your hearts, to please, please, please subscribe. Please, Eddie. Please go over there and subscribe to my gaming channel, Eddie. Please, Eddie. Please. I would appreciate that, guys. Please. Let's try to get up to 290. I would definitely appreciate that. If we could do that, I would appreciate that. We got 29 people watching. We're hit 33 likes. So that is amazing. Thank you guys all so very, very much. Randy Ramirez, 30 views. That's right, Randy Ramirez. What's up? Will Robert Pattinson be in the Justice League movie? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Never say never, but I highly doubt that, Adrian. Highly doubt that. If you guys want to help, the best way to do so is smash that like button. You guys can throw in super chats if you have any questions or comments you guys want to state. Mustafar says, okay, Will. Thank you so much, Mustafar, for subbing to that gaming channel. Trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. It's a difficult task. You know, it's already hard managing one channel, but now I'm going to be managing the second channel, and it's kind of hard, man. It's really, really hard. So hopefully it'll work out. I got a Elder Ring playlist right there right now, and I got five live streams, each are an hour long, so I just keep playing those on repeat to try to circulate the hours. So if you guys get time and you have like nothing to do, or you're getting ready to go to bed or something, if you guys can just go to the Storms channel, go to my playlist, like hit to the playlist and just press play all, and then just let it all play, that would add like 5 extra hours every time you guys do that to my overall time. And I got to hit 1,000 or 4,000. I got to hit 4,000. So every time before I go to work, I just jump over there and I hit play all, restart it all, and then just boom, just let it continue to play. But right now I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. So if we can get that, I would very much appreciate that. What is my box office prediction for the Batman? I do think it's going to cross 1 billion. I do honestly really believe it's going to cross 1 billion. I do. How much is going to make its opening weekend? That I'm not confident in. I really don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know how to guess that. Because I don't know how many people are going to go. I just don't know. I don't know. I want to say it's going to make over 100 million. It's just weird, right? Because before, we used to judge these movies so much differently than we did now with COVID. So it's like, where do we judge these movies on how much it's going to make opening weekend? I want to say over 100 million. But yeah, I'm just not sure. I'm not sure. I'm checking to see what Spider-Man did on opening weekend. Spider-Man opening weekend made 260 million. So I do think the Batman's going to make over 100 million. I would say Batman's going to make about 130 million. And I'm guessing low because I honestly don't know. I think the Batman would make over 200 million, but I just don't think that's realistic in this era. But I do think it's definitely going to cross 1 billion. So I would if I was in Vegas, I would bet yes, it's definitely going to cross 1 billion. The opening weekend, I'm just not too sure on that part. I don't know how much is going to make opening weekend. So in that case, I'm not entirely sure. But I would guess probably over 1,000, or not 1,000, but over 100 million, maybe about 130, 150 tops, I would say, if I just had to put a guess on it right now. But that's just me taking an educated guess. Oh, we just had a big super chat come in. It took out like half the fucking board. Man, we came in with some yellow up in here. Oh my God. Sean just dropped a bag. Man. He came in with some straight yellow. And he said it would make more sense to Michael Keaton, Thomas Wayne, Batman, and then once Flash attempts to fix everything, then Pattinson would become the new Bruce. It would make more sense to make Michael Keaton, Thomas Wayne, Batman. Well, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but that's not what they're doing. And I agree with you. It would make more sense to make Pattinson's Batman the new Batman. But the problem is that world is so much different. It's so much different than what we're establishing in the DCEU. So tonally, it just doesn't make sense. But as for Michael Keaton, Thomas Wayne, Batman, I don't like that idea. That part. I don't like Thomas Wayne's Batman. And the thing is that Michael Keaton's already been confirmed to be playing his original version of Batman. He's got the same suit, everything. He 1 million? No, I said 1 billion. It's going to cross 1 billion. It's going to make over 100 million opening weekend. That's what I said. Yeah. So I mean, I get what you're saying, and I do. I like from the beginning. I was like, yes, make Pattinson's Batman the new Batman. But then that comes into all kinds. Oh man, I think I messed up my audio. Hold on. There, I fixed it. It just doesn't make a lot of sense because then you're gonna have a new Gordon, a whole bunch of different things, Like then you're stuck with two Gordons and stuff. Matt Reeves didn't want to be connected to a universe. He wanted to do his own thing. He didn't want to be connected to an overall universe, and they have to kind of respect that. Whether me and you as fans, like we all want to see everybody play Kumbaya, but it's clear that the DCEU wants to get away from Batman and Superman being the leaders. They want to get to Supergirl and Batgirl being the leaders. So that's the reason why Michael Keaton is being filtered in to take over from Ben Affleck to kind of help usher in Batgirl, and then Supergirl is going to take over for Henry Cavill. That's not what we want, but that's the route they're going, and we have to understand that I keep thinking like that's like what the hell is like what is that? But it's just a white hair, man. I'm getting old. I'm getting white hair. Getting white hair, man. Oh, I'm getting old, guys. It's rough when you get old. It's rough when you get old. Let me tell you that. It's rough when you're old. But yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from, Sean. And logically, if you're going to world build, that makes a whole lot of sense. But we're talking about Warner Brothers here. I mean, when did they ever do anything that makes a whole lot of sense? You know what I mean? But what was I gonna say? Oh, Poe is almost barely hanging on to his stream boss. He's at 1800 HP right now. So when you guys send in super chat, it eliminates the stream boss health. Once you guys do the final blow, whoever did that final super chat to eliminate his health becomes the next stream boss. It's a fun little game to keep things interested. I appreciate all of you guys. We have over 34 likes. Can we get up to 35 likes? I would appreciate it if we can get over 35 likes. Also, guys, once again, I'm going to keep promoting this, and that's my gaming channel. I've been working really hard on this. I've been losing a lot of sleep doing videos on both my main channel and my gaming channel. It's definitely been a struggle, but it's also been fun, and it gives me a goal to work for. We're currently at 280 subscribers. I would like to get that thing up to 1,000 as fast as possible. So if you guys can really just help me out and just go over there, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Just go over there, subscribe, click on the live stream playlist, and let it just run its course and help me get over those 4,000 hours. That would help out a lot as well. Of course, I always appreciate everything you guys do for me. I'm really trying to build out that gaming channel. A lot of people came out to me the other day and said, hey, Rob, I'm really glad you did this gaming channel because we're not really into the Marvel and DC stuff, but we want to support your channel, and now you making this gaming channel gives us a place to enjoy your content. And that meant the world to me because when I was doing this, I was like, man, am I making the right choice making a second channel? I'm going to end up having to spend double the amount of time on it. Luckily for me, I have this Stream Deck here, and well, you guys can't see it, but I have this Stream Deck here, and I have everything set up to hotkey. So I have like an intro. I hit intro. I have Jimmy. Here's Jimmy. Then I have my main stuff here. And then if I'm going to do my Robert Storms videos, then I just go like this and I change the colors. And I change the colors back, and I have that, and then I have my game stream here, and I got all kinds of different things all set up to this. And this really makes my life really easy editing. So it helps a lot when I'm trying to do videos for both channels. So I'll get up I'll either stay up late till like 4 a.m, do my videos the night before, or I'll get up early the next day. And then I have this great YouTuber. He's been following me for many, many years, and I'm going to give him a shout out today. His name is Alfonso Quintero, and for years now, this guy has been like my crush to the channel. And I don't ever mention him because I don't know him personally, but he has me on Facebook, and every day, whenever there's news, he sends it out to me. right? He's like, hey, Rob, here's the box office numbers. Here's this news. Here's this trailer. This is happening. This is happening. And it makes my life so much easier because I look on it, I'm like, oh, here's a great topic. And then I just research the topic and I talk about it. And then I record it, upload, and everything. So that Alfonso, thank you so much for all the work you did and all the support. You know, I really appreciate it. It's subscribers like that makes me love this job. You know, YouTube is a job. I don't get to do it as much as I used to. I used to do Storms Live every night. You know, made a lot of money. I'm not going to bullshit you guys. Made a lot of money. But then I started a new career. I worked at Walmart for 18 years. And I decided enough is enough. I started a new career. And now I work from like 5 o'clock at night until like 3 in the morning. And I don't get to do Storms Live. We just brought Storms Live back on Sundays. And we do that stuff. And, you know, and I want to get back into it. But YouTube has always been like a job, you know. It's a job that I love doing, you know. But just like any job, you got to spend a lot of hours doing it. And, you know, so I get up and I go to the bathroom, wash my hands, and then I start making my videos for the day. I talk about my Marvel and DC stuff, and then I jump over and he just messaged me. Thanks for the shout out, Rob. You know, thank you for all the work that you do, man. I really deeply appreciate you. All of you guys who have had my back, David, Rome, you know, all you guys, Sean, like no one asked you guys to send in super chats. No one asked you guys to smash that like button. No one asked you guys to come in and leave comments. You know, I do my content and I like, hey guys, if you guys can do this, then I would appreciate it. And for you guys to do it, I just want to say thank you all so very much for always having my back and through the dark times and all that stuff. I just want to take this time to just sit here and say thank you all so very much. It means the world to me to have a fan base like you guys that support me. I don't need 100,000 subscribers or 200,000 subscribers. I am happy right where I'm at as long as I get to keep people like you guys here on the channel. And we are a community, a Storm Nation community that will continue to flourish and build and have this community where it will be a safe place for everybody to come and discuss everything in the world of movies and video games. And that was one of the reasons why I created the Storms gaming channel, because I realized that there are people out there like me, because I've always been a gamer. Before I got into movies, I was a gamer. Like my first console was a Nintendo. You know, I jumped into Nintendo. Before I even started breaking down movies and reviewing movies, like movies were cool, but I've been a gamer my whole life. Like I've owned every console. I played like all these games. I love gaming. So yeah, I understand that the Robert Storm channel grew into a Marvel DC channel. It never used to be. It used to be a mixed bag, you know? You go back and I have a Soul Calibur review with like 70,000 views on there, you know? So it was a mixed bag. But after Black Panther and Justice League, it became a Marvel DC Star Wars channel. And it's not fair to change that now because 26,000 people subscribed for that content. So that's when I decided, okay, let's go ahead and make this channel. Let's make this Robert Storm's channel, you know? And I decided, okay, I'm gonna make this channel. I'm gonna put out content. I'm gonna put just as much effort into it as I do my main channel. And we got 280 subscribers, you know? Let's refresh and see if we gained any. We got 281 subscribers. All right. If we can hit 300, man, I swear to God. I don't care if you guys go make secondary accounts and subscribe. I'm really trying to get this thing to 1,000. I was hoping to get to 1,000 by the end of this week. That didn't happen. So if you guys can subscribe, once again, I have the playlist, 5 videos, hit the playlist. Let it just play in the background. You know, I put it on my computer, hit play, and I shut my monitors off so it doesn't mess up my monitors. And I just let it stay that way, and just so I can get my hours. But yeah, I personally want to thank Nola. I like Star Trek. I love Star Trek. There's just not a whole lot to talk about Star Trek. Like, I'm not going to do a topic saying, hey, J.J. Abrams confirmed Star Trek 4. That's not going to get views. People want to know about Star Wars and comic book movies, DC, Marvel. That's what people want to know, Tim. Sorry, Tim. Sorry. Ray said that I came across your channel was Black Panther. That's where most people came across my channel was Black Panther. You know? So it's not fair to change my content if my viewership is there, you know? I have to stick to that type of content because that's the type of content people subscribe to. So I mean, that's what I have to do, and that's what is only fair to my subscribers. You know what I mean? Like, it's fair to my subscribers. I have to put out that type of content. So yeah, that's sort of my mindset with the whole thing. Keith said, "Good, but not a masterpiece." Oh, he's talking about the new movie, not a masterpiece like some YouTubers saying. I would advise to lower your expectations before going to watch it. Well, I always go in every movie with the lowest expectations. Like there was I think 2 or 3 years ago, I was going in with pretty high expectations for most of the summer movies, and every one of them fucking sucked. And I didn't realize if the movie sucked or my expectations were so high. So since then, I've been changing what I've been doing. I don't watch any reviews. I don't read any reviews. I go on Rotten Tomato. I see the score just so I can do a score reaction on my channel. And then I don't read any reviews, watch any reviews, and I go into the movie with a blank slate, low expectations. That way, if it turns out I don't like the movie, it's because I don't like the movie. It's not because I didn't set like these impossible expectations on what this movie is, you know? So, yeah. Come on, guys. Let's get to 40 likes. 40 likes, people. Let's hit 40 likes, guys. 40 likes. I'm seeing it on Saturday, right? I'm seeing it on Saturday. I work all week. My first off day, I'm off on Saturday and Sunday. So as soon as I get paid on Friday, I'm going to find tickets somewhere. Me and the girlfriend's going to go see it. We're going to talk about it Sunday on Storms Live with Danny, Adam, and Anzo. And I got Sharif coming in. So, yeah, that's pretty much my game plan for this weekend. So the Batman, we're probably going to go see a matinee showing if possible, and then relax the rest of the night. I'll probably put out my review that night, and then Sunday we'll just do a straight up discussion on it. But yeah, that's pretty much my overall game plan for the Batman. I'm looking forward to it, man. And to be honest with you, I'm mostly looking forward to it because I'm a Matt Reeves fan. I'm just excited to see a new Matt Reeves movie. Well, like last weekend, me and my girlfriend, we binged the Planet of the Apes movies. You know, granted, Matt Reeves didn't do the first one, but he did the second and third one. So I'm just excited to see a Matt Reeves movie. I love Matt Reeves. Like, he's a great director, and I just want to see his vision for Batman because of all the buildup going to this movie. You know, with him storming out and him and Warner Brothers like arguing and stuff. You know, I'm just really want to see what his vision for the Batman is. So I've been we're at 282. 282, people. We're moving on up, man. We're moving on up to the east side. Adrian said, I wonder how Marvel react when all the DC movies coming out. Dude, there's a lot of DC movies coming out this year. Holy shit, there's a lot of DC movies coming out this year. Marvel has what Marvel movies are coming out this year? Let me see. Let me see what Marvel movies. I know Doctor Strange and Thor. Marvel. Let me see. MCU 2022 schedule. So we got Thor coming out in July. Don't have Doctor Strange on here, but we got Thor, and it says Black Panther 2, which I haven't heard really anything about Black Panther 2, you know. But Black Panther 2 is coming out in November. I mean, I'm excited to see Black Panther 2 and Thor. I'm vaguely curious about Thor. Vaguely curious. My excitement for that movie has really went down a lot. But when you look at DC movies for 2022, I just think DC has a better lineup, and that's coming from a guy who everybody keeps saying, "Oh man, you're nothing but a Marvel shill. You're a Marvel shill." Yeah, I'm sitting there going, "Yeah, I think DC has better movies." You got the Batman, you got the Flash, you got Aquaman, and Black Adam. Batgirl says it's scheduled for 2022. I don't know why they got Morbius on the DC slate. I don't count Super Pets. But you got 1, 2, 3. You got 4 movies right out the gate. And then if Batgirl does happen to come out this year, that's 5, man. And 4 of these 5 are in the DCEU. So That's really, really big deal. What's up, Nindroid in the house? Supreme Leader Nindroid is in the house. What's up, brother? Smash that like button. Please, please smash that like button, guys. Once again, if you guys can subscribe to my new channel, I would appreciate it. Hit the playlist. Let those hours run. But yeah, I don't know how Marvel. To be honest with you, I don't think Marvel's really all that concerned. I think the fans like putting them up against each other more than the companies do. You know, we're all like, oh, Marvel versus DC. Like, we have to pick a side. We can like both. I don't understand the massive fight and war between these companies all the time. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But with that being said, you kind of have to look at it and be like, well, here's another thing, though. I will say this. In Marvel's defense, they got a lot more Disney Plus stuff coming. So, yeah, we might only have 3 movies of the MCU, but we're going to have a lot more of these series on Disney Plus, where DCEU doesn't really have that. Sorry, they got more movies coming out than anything. So, I don't think they have any other shows coming out other than Peacemaker coming out, right? Because Batgirl is going to be a HBO Max movie, not anything else. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just kind of weird. And then I said, I think DC might win this year. Peacemaker and these movies coming up gave me hope again. Oh, well, you guys know my stance on Peacemaker, and I'm not changing that stance. But I'm glad everybody did really enjoy that show. But I think DC is going to win this year just on the sheer fact that they just have more content coming out in the box office. So, like, how do you count on, like how do you measure what wins? Who has more movies? Who has better movies? Who makes more money? Well, if you have more movies in the box office, chances are you're going to make more money in the box office. So I think DC wins with the lineup. I think DC wins with the box office. But if that's not how you measure it, if you were talking about just pure content, I think Marvel's going to end up winning the Stream Wars game with Disney Plus. I just think that's how it's pretty much going to line up, to be honest with you. So, but I do think this is the year, man. This is the year for DC. I think Batman's going to make over $1 billion pretty easily. Aquaman will probably hit over $1 billion. The first one did. If it doesn't hit over $1 billion, it'll hit slightly under $1 billion, maybe like 800-900 million. Then we have Black Adam. I think Black Adam will make about 500 million, maybe more. And then the Flash probably about the same, about 500 million, maybe a little more. So a lot of people are probably going to be like, the Flash, Grant Gustin, this ain't connected to the CW. So that might have that little much of a stigma on it. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much everything I think that's going on right now over there. But yeah, so unfortunately, I mean, I do think DC had the upper hand this year. I do. I really do. I just think DC has played their cards better at this point, and they're going to do a much better job moving forward with their properties. That's what I think, guys. That's my thoughts on it. Oh man. Ray said a lot of people don't know Stan Lee had a lot of love and respect for DC. Well, their offices back in the day were like right across the street from each other. Marvel and DC's offices were like right next to each other. People always want to start wars about everything, right? Just ask Putin, right? But I was like, oh, you like Xbox? PlayStation's better. Oh, you like PlayStation? Xbox is better. Oh, you like DC? Marvel's better. It's like why everything you like has to be better than the other person? You know, like why you got to go out of your way to tell the other person that what they like sucks and your shit is better, right? Like I got the Switch, I got the Xbox, I got the PlayStation 5. I like all things, man. I'm a gamer. I like comic book movies. Okay, now if I feel like a movie is better than a certain movie, I will call it out on it. You know, but never once did I ever say I hated DC at all. I actually grew up liking DC more than I liked Marvel. I didn't get into Marvel until like my middle school years, right? When I grew up, I was like Superman and Batman. I had the towel wrapped around my neck, the red towel, red sheet, whatever, blanket around my neck playing Superman. Watched Superman 2 over and over again. Watched the Tim Burton Batman movies over and over again. You know, it wasn't until like much later when I got into middle school when, you know, the 1995 Spider-Man and X-Men animated series came out is when I started getting into Marvel. Other than that, I've always been DC fan, you know? So I don't understand why people always have to push shit against each other, man. Why do people always got to push shit against each other? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Well, guys, we have hit 55 minutes. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. I might jump on some more Elden Ring over on the other channel. I want to take this time to really just thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for subscribing to the new channel. I appreciate that. We're sitting at 282. I would like to get this thing up to 300 by the end of the day. I can only do that with each and every one of your support. So if you guys can find it in your heart to please go over there, subscribe to that channel, I would appreciate it. I want to throw a big shout out to Sean for throwing in those 2 really big super chats. He threw a $5 and a $10 one in there. So I'm super grateful and thankful for that. You guys are awesome. I love each and every one of you guys for all your support and your continuing support. Storm Nation is strong, and thank you guys for being a part of it. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys. I will have the link to my YouTube channel in the comments of this stream as well as in the live chat. Thank you all so much for everything. Love each and every one of you guys.